This is FNN, where you get facts, not nonsense. All right, so breaking news today. Today, a court ruled that Donald Trump's bond in his civil fraud case could be reduced to just $175 million. Obviously, still a bunch of money. But it was reduced by almost $280 million from its original $454 million. Unexpected victory for Trump, followed by just an hour later a court ruling that his hush money trial related to falsifying records must stand on April 15th, despite his attempts to push back all his trials. He has 10 days to secure the bond. People in his circle say he will secure it. His lawyers argued $175 million was the maximum amount. That could signal that the court thought the original ruling was too steep. Spokesperson for Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, said that Trump is still facing accountability for a staggering fraud, and the judgment still stands. A Trump lawyer came out and responded, "The ruling today represents a great first step towards the ultimate reversal of a baseless and reckless judgment." All right, election 2024, here are the tidbits I got for you today. Joe Biden's approval rating, and I really do just want to point this out, it is improving. It's improved by almost 4% net since the State of the Union. Now, people do generally sometimes see an election year bounce like this. Donald Trump almost saw one coming into summer 2020. Barack Obama's approval rating rebounded, things like that. Now, here's my map. It's very, very tight, and I still think the election still today, Donald Trump wins. Will that be the case in November? I don't know, but some race changes to note. Georgia has gone to a lean Republican. I think that North Carolina is much more of a flippable target than Georgia this year for Democrats. But in good news for Democrats, Wisconsin and Minnesota both got more support. And Democrats say that they would back Mike Johnson to remain the Speaker of the House if he provides the bill that would pass Ukraine and Israel aid. Marjorie Taylor Greene put out a motion to vacate after a spending bill to fund the government for 6 months passed, and Democrats say they will support Johnson if he approves their foreign aid bill. If not, they would go to try voting for Hakeem Jeffries. And considering that Johnson's majority is down to just one after resignations of Matt Gallagher and Ken Buck from the Republican Party, it could be extremely crucial to see what would happen there. News for March 25th, Donald Trump's NYC hush money trial start date is set for April 15th, as I mentioned earlier. The start date for the trial had already been pushed back to allow Trump's lawyers to more time to review their documents. Donald Trump did seek a longer delay. He's trying to push all his trials back until after the election, but this one couldn't do it. Trump tried to appeal. That is an appeal, as he appeals pretty much every decision coming towards him this day, citing election interference trials related to his lawyers falsifying financial records after the scandal with Stormy Daniels. The stocks went down after setting record highs last week. Dow was down 162.26, or about 0.2%. NASDAQ was down about 0.25%, or 44.35, and the S&P was down about 0.3%, or 15.99. All right, and finally, U.S. temperatures and then the path of the upcoming solar eclipse. So U.S. high temperatures today, as a storm kind of sweeps through the Midwest, bringing heavy rains and snow, that'll kind of go. And in tomorrow's forecast, it'll actually be a pretty similar day. Obviously, heat down in the southeast. Still some cold lingering up in the mountains. Still last few weekends of good skiing. Now, the solar eclipse. So this is the path of totality that you're staring at. And this is actually a wide range. It's stretching all the way from Caribou, Maine, one of the northernmost cities in the U.S., all the way to some of the southernmost cities in the U.S., such as Uvalde, Texas. So it'll run through, the path of totality will run through Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. This has been FNN, where we give facts, not nonsense. Thank you for watching.